grade, our class has sat in the same position you are in today. You watch the seniors proceed onto stage, listen to their history, view an array of pictures from their past, and overall honor their seniors for the 13 years of hard work. This year it's our turn to be on stage and follow one of Chazy's long-standing traditions of participating in class day. So as the president of the class of 2006, I'd like to welcome parents, friends, teachers, administration, community, and classmates for our last farewell.
As we entered kindergarten at Chazy Central Rural School. The original members of our class were Clarice Bailey. Be proud of who you are, no matter your height, intelligence, or beauty. You are no better or worse than anyone else. Kayla Baker. Your life lies before you like a freshly fallen snow, so be careful where you walk, because every step will show. Tyler Blake.
Places we determine to truly are far more than our abilities.
Christopher Rockland.
I'm off to bigger and better things than community college.
Chad Kuchar.
Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom.
John Dio.
Imagination is more important than knowledge.
Samantha Dupree. No pessimist ever discovered the secret of the stars, or sailed an uncharted land, or opened a new doorway to the human spirit. Amanda Favreau. Matthew Goodrow.
If honesty is the best policy, then apparently dishonesty is the second best policy.
Mark Gravel.
To the educated and aged is 3 sticks.
Matt Gay.
Everyone at school need their education.
Monique Gay.
It's fun to hide your personality in order to shock the world with the real you.
Morgan Gay.
Our obsession with reality has made everyone's life an open book, but the truth is, if you don't value your privacy, no one else will.
Kendall Harvey.
How slow we are to learn that to choose to live with someone means our sharing must come to an end.
Amanda Keeble.
Life travels faster than sound. That's why some people appear bright until you hear them speak.
Caitlin Ledoux.
Attack life. It's going to kill you anyway.
Jennifer Ledoux.
Everything I've learned about life, it goes on.
Heather LaFountain.
The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched, but are felt with the heart.
Marianne Latour.
Don't regret doing things, regret getting caught.
Jeremy Latrimore.
The early bird may get the work, but the second mouse always gets the cheese.
Kelsey Latrimore.
Keep smiling. It makes people wonder what you're up to.
Sean
water and possibly find out how far we can go.
Victoria Menard,
A day without laughter is a day wasted.
Chelsea Perry,
The older you get, the more rules they're going to try and get you to follow. You gotta keep on living. LIVIN.
Christy Preston,
The problem with reality is that there's no background music.
Lloyd Ross,
You don't live for something, you'll die for nothing.
Justin Seymour,
As the walls shake, the glass breaks, and the mess turns into a window of opportunity.
Samantha Souza,
Dance as if no one is watching. Love as if it is never going to hurt.
Adrian Champlain,
Our motorcycle dealers closed on Sunday, because Sunday for worship, Catholics go to church or sit to the track.
Leslie Wilson,
Life is only as good as the memories you make.
and Rory Yeagerman.
It's not the size of the battle you fight, but the size of the fight in the battle.
Our kindergarten teachers were Mrs. Davis, Mr. Rule, and Mrs. Southworth. On our trip to the pumpkin patch, everyone was supposed to pick a pumpkin they could carry. Matt picked the biggest pumpkin and had a hard time carrying it to the wagons. We had a great time during the rest of the year having Thanksgiving dinner in the classroom with our guests and making Christmas presents for our parents. This year, the new playground was finally finished and we were enjoying it. Lloyd was quite a tease on playground and paid for it. One day during recess, he was running from the girls when he tripped and lost his balance in his two front teeth. That will teach him. In April, we had our annual kindergarten dojo. The theme was Kindergarten Roundup. There were a lot of people there, and it was almost a little overwhelming to everyone. Mary Ann almost forgot to introduce herself, but did remember after a long pause. Mrs. Southworth's class won the tug of war against the other kindergarten. In June, we made the trip to the Santa's workshop. Everyone loved the rides, reindeer, and Santa Claus. Another popular attraction was the North Pole, a frozen pillar of ice. Most of us were content with touching it, but Caitlin had to learn it. Our favorite letter people in kindergarten were T, tall teeth, and M, munching mouth. Mark Rebell was the lowest eater in history because he was always last to finish his snacks. In first grade, we were joined by Marie Purdy.
I could be drinking whole milk if I wanted to.
Our first grade teachers were Mrs. Sidrow, Mrs. Olin, and Mrs. Arthur. Popular fashion for first grade girls included patterned turtlenecks paired with stretched leggings. Spent a lot of time studying nature this year. Caitlin and her mom brought in a collection of caterpillars and cocoons. Soon they amounted to be about a dozen monarch butterflies that we released. Jeremy and his grandfather also brought in a turtle, garter snake, frog, and a toad to share with the class. Caitlin caught tadpoles into a pond, but the school year ended before they became frogs. Mrs. Olin's class had a guinea pig that was tortured a little by pokes primarily from John. We also visited Volk's Orchard and Lake Alice to learn more about nature and spy signs of fall. Kayla enjoyed making gingerbread houses with her aunt this year around Christmas time. For the holidays, we also made wreaths out of white garbage bags, which we all thought were pretty neat. Playground was a popular time for marriages this year. Most of the weddings usually occurred under the rainbow at the old playground. This year, Kelsey and Justin had their first kiss under the sled. How romantic. Matt kissed Sam Susan on the bus ride home. The next day, Sam kissed Matt back, but he yelled at her and Sam went home crying. We were a rough bunch in swimming class. One day, Deanna tried to hold Mary Ann under water, but Mary Ann counteracted her and punched her right in the nose. In March, we won the book it reading program and went to Pizza Hut for a pizza party. Grace was the champion pizza eater with 5 slices, a lot for a first grader. In April, we put on the play Alice in Wonderland. In June, we went to Park Safari and enjoyed all the animals and rides. Mrs. Harvey helped make us a first grade yearbook and theater class. We recorded our favorite TV shows, books, foods, and what we wanted to be when we grew up. On picnic day, we went to the rec park and waded the wet water with our super soakers. I will now hand the class history off to my classmate and friend, Mark Ravel.
Second grade, we were joined by Chazy Central.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us.
Our teachers in second grade were Mrs. Arthur, Mr. Brule, and Mrs. Stolia. Our class play this year was The Tongue-Tied Sparrow. The roles went to Matt and Heather Baker. We had fun learning to square dance and march for the play. When the train meeting came up the kitchen table, it was Sam Suzik, Lindsay, Wesley, and Sean. The almost birthday party was a highlight for our year. Found the spin on bobbing for apples interesting, bobbing for marshmallows. It was just unheard of, but it was a kid. Chad and Chelsea were quite united in the second grade. Chad asked Chelsea to go to the movies and see Balto with him. What a romantic first date. One of our favorite playground games was Lava Pit. This was when we pretended the rocks on the playground were lava in a wooden stadium. A big group of us played almost every day. In third grade, we were joined by Andrew Bodo.
Why try and be somebody you're not when the best person you can be is yourself?
Our teachers in third grade were Miss Coolidge and Mrs. Zales. Every morning we started our day with TGTV. This was a big hit. Big green cardboard box, out like a TV, where we shared events in our life. This year we were pen pals with the teachers and got some interesting letters from them. Andrew pulled the fire alarm this year, which frightened everyone. We watched Mrs. Zales chase him down the street afterward. We took our class trip this year to the Biodome and Insectarium. We loved to see all the skyscrapers in Montreal, but we all agreed that looking at dead bugs was boring. I will now hand the reading to my friend Victoria Miller.
In fourth grade, we faced a lot of changes from the routine we do on the first floor. We had to switch classes and get lockers, and were split into different groups. Both of our teachers were men, Mr. Fielding and Mr. Long. In history class, we learned about our family history. Wesley found out that one of his ancestors signed the Declaration of Independence. Hanson was the hit music sensation. Everyone was jealous that Elsie and Morgan got to go to one of their concerts. Beanie Babies and virtual pets were very popular toys with our class. The ice storm of '98 occurred this year. The storm lasted about 2 days and covered everything in a thick blanket of ice. Some members of our class were without power for 14 days. Afterwards, the National Guard came to show us some of their equipment used during the ice storm to clean up. Food they ate intrigued us the most. Amanda Hugel had a fart machine and just had to use it on missing the mud. One day, the class taped the fart machine to his chair and let it rip. Mr. Vaughn was a little mad at first, but then he joined in with the laughs when he found out what had happened. Our class trip to Upper Canada Village was enjoyed by all. We especially liked eating the fresh bread brought home on the bus. The boys also enjoyed feeding the carp in the river Cheetos and feeding the seagulls at lunchtime. Everyone was all laughs until a seagull carried off a whole bag of someone's chips. Instead of a class play this year, we had the Metric Olympics, which was a real competition between the members in our class. Activities included long jump, softball throw, and a base run. Our class enjoyed having the rest of the school cheer us on. Popular hangout in fourth grade was at Lake City Skate, a roller rink where everyone went to skate and dance on Friday nights. Our teachers were in fifth grade, our teachers were Mrs. Arthur and Mrs. Rosen. This year, we had some problems in the lunchroom, whether it was throwing applesauce, mixing food, or having a mini food fight with the sixth graders. The lunchroom was a happening place. Justin got in trouble one day because there was a milk chugging contest. He won, but threw up all over the hallway. After that, we had to talk about why chugging was wrong. For our field trip, we went to Shelburne Museum. Tyler liked to spend time on
Another got lost on the ferry on the way home. There were many romances this year. Chad and Mindy people, Kelsey and Marie, Stephen and Chelsea, Justin and Morgan, Justin and Mindy people. Mindy people also had a crush on Mr. McCall. This year, we started taking French class, and for a treat, Mr. Provost introduced us to himself. We loved it. For Victoria's birthday party this year, Marie, Mary Kate, Sam Souza, Heather, and Kate spent the night at her house. The girls got bored and pulled out a Ouija board. Surprisingly enough, they found out Elvis was in the house that night. On Super Bowl Sunday, Casey had John Munson over to his house for a party. Instead of watching the game, the boys decided to play hide and seek. Casey chose the perfect spot on the top of the refrigerator because John never found him there. At the end of his grade, Andrew Goda left us. I will now turn the meeting over to my friend, Pastor Smith.
In 6th grade, our teachers were Miss Bedard and Miss Thomas. This year, Kelsey and Jeremy left our class. Our teachers this year tried to help us transition to how life would be in 7th grade, but really made us want to stay in 6th grade even longer. We started the year off with a trip to Coco McCready in Hillsborough, where we participated in team-building skills and other games. Our class loved the trip and decided that we had to come back, but stay the night the next time. In order to make our dreams come true, we raised $2,000 by selling candy bars. On a slow selling day, Casey was determined to make a profit, and so borrowed Marie's school skirt and promised one dance and one candy bar purchase. He sold 20 candy bars that day. We returned to Coco McCready for our overnight trip and had a ball. We learned a cross-country ski, fed the animals, went ice fishing, and participated in an egg drop. Our play this year was Mixed Up Fairy Tales, which had a lot of student involvement. We chose modern songs to go along with our stories and had a great time filming it up on stage. The crowd gave us a standing ovation. This year, our teachers taught us how to fast walk and a secret code done by knocking on the chalkboard of one room and listening for it in the other. Floyd had a run-in with the tire swing. When he went to find comfort in the girls, Chelsea and Amanda laughed at him and nicknamed him Pig. At Morgan's Halloween party, everyone had their first kiss behind the stairs. The whole class was invited, and it was a big event. Casey won Best Costume, and the prize was the first Smash Mouth CD. 7th grade was a big transition year. Jeremy Latchmore returned to our class. One day, Chelsea, Amanda Peeble, and Marianne were caught passing notes in class by Mr. Young. Instead of owning up to their actions, the girls acted the fool and pretended to be birds flapping their wings to cover up their teeth. Our class worked hard to see something winter weekend this year. One day, at practice at Rory's house, Sam Souza shared a story with us. She told us about how she sat in a snowbank in a Chinese dinner. Because of it, she was dubbed Fab, and the nickname has stuck. We won 2nd place in the talent show, and we're very proud. This was the most class participation we ever had, and Cotton Eye Joe was the most popular song of our program. I'll now hand the meeting over to my friend and classmate, Lori Hagerman.
In 8th grade, we were joined by Mark Jr.
Eat up shenanigans, enjoy our food. Eat up shenanigans, because Calvin works here.
This year, we had a great time with Mr. Fenner as he continually tried to jump and touch the ceiling during math class and had elaborate conversations with friends in the room. In Mrs. Baldwin's Earth Science class, we had a little fun when Chad discovered he had a watch with a remote in it. All during a video of volcanoes and such, the movie kept rewinding and fast-forwarding and stopping, but Mrs. Baldwin had the remote in hand. Though confused, she still took it as a joke and laughed about the fact. By 9th grade, we started to get the hang of things in high school. This year, Mark Ravel and Wesley became friends forever. In Mr. Brandell's local history class, everyone used to fight over sitting in the comfy chair, even though we each got a turn. Chelsea prizes her luck with dreadlocks growing up. Amanda and Chelsea often hid in the girls' bathroom 8th period because they hated staying in study hall before basketball practice and got caught too many times leaving to go to school to go to Main Street Market. In 10th grade, we were joined by Miguel and Gilbert.
Do unto others before they do unto you.
This year ended the reign of Chelsea's dreadlock. One day, Mary Kate was having a bad day, so to cheer her up, Marie and Caitlin decided to take her on a Tampax mission. They took the weapons and decorated the boys' locker room while Tyson kept watch. Just then, Mr. Randall tried to come in, and the girls hid in the showers. Meanwhile, Tyson talked loudly to cover up the girls' echoing giggles. Thanks to Tyson, Mr. Randall left, still in suspicion, and the girls were never caught. All of the girls had the hots for the student teacher in biology, Mr. Brewery. Sam Souza, Victoria, and Marianne were the lucky girls who got to ride in his car before basketball practice one day. It was raining, and he saw the girls walking to Stewart's and offered them a ride. Of course, the girls said yes, and to their surprise, in his car they found a Lion King CD and lots of country CDs. Samantha Dewey did not disappoint at March Madness this year. After being out of school for a week due to strep throat, she placed second in the high heat contest. In biology class, Chad dared Charles to pull the shower, and when he got everything wet, Charles claimed he didn't know what the shower was for. I'll now hand the reading over to my classmate and friend, Reaper.
One day in lounge, Clarice and Kendall were having a deep conversation, but were not including Mark Chenier. Feeling left out, Mark whipped out a $5 bill and started his own conversation with us. Our senior play was a veggie villain this year. It was a hit, the best play in years. We made enough money to pay for our entire senior trip. After and in between shows, the cast played hide and seek in the school, girls versus boys. This ended in a lot of sweat, injuries, and laughs. One day, when there was no CB Tech, Mark Chenier decided he would sit in on physics class. He came in with everyone else and sat the whole period. Mr. Dumoulin never noticed the difference in his class. It had not snowed all winter, and the AP Lit class was discussing how that was just not right. Suddenly, it began to snow ferociously, and we all begged to be able to go outside and play. Mrs. Brown gave in, and we had the best 5-minute snowball play of all time. Many of us didn't even have coats on. In the middle of gym class one day, Jen and Caitlin decided they needed some cake that was left over in lounge. Without telling Mr. Devins, they left class, and he called the office to report them once he saw they were missing. When asked where they had gone, they said they had feminine issues. This year, we had a great time on our senior trip rafting down the Hudson River. Everyone looked spectacular in their wetsuits, and by the time we got them on, we couldn't wait to get in the water. Our guides were excellent, but we wished for more rapids. Towards the end of the trip, Adrian got to take over for his dad and steer the raft through the river. As Mary Kate's raft slowly meandered through the river, Mary Kate sipped on some cool Gatorade and sat on the edge of the raft. Apparently, everyone but Mary Kate knew what was coming when we hit a sandbar. Mary Kate fell off the back of the raft, but kept the Gatorade intact. She even saved the cat. Senior year was long and sometimes difficult, but I think now a little piece of all of us is wishing it wouldn't end. This concludes the class history for the class of 2006.
over the past 13 years, we remember being excited to finally go to the place where the big kids went to school. We wanted to grow up so fast and become a big kid. When we got there, our only real worry was to not pee our pants and who the next lead person would be. We were full of energy and had a hard time settling down for our naps. But I think today none of us argued going back just for nap time. By the time we got to first grade, we were reading exciting books that contained words with 4 or less letters. Some of us just got the books with 5 letters per word. We were so proud of our accomplishments, we were no longer kindergarten babies. Between 2nd and 3rd grade, we learned how to add, subtract, multiply with no problem at all. But for some reason, most of us forgotten those skills now that we was calculating. By 4th grade, it felt like we were practically done with school, because we were upstairs and we had lockers. We finally made it to 6th grade, where we ruled the elementary. We were looked up by the lower classes, thought we knew everything there was to know, and nobody could tell us different. The first day of junior high, and we were once again low man on the totem pole. We were small, did not know what to do. We had to switch classes with every ring of the bell, and only had 3 minutes to get there, or we were going to be in trouble. Today, some of us still can't manage to get in class on time. As we continued on, we became smarter and full of knowledge, which I think made us act a little dumb. When we got to high school, we were in the home stretch, see the finish line. Some of us had some more obstacles than others to get to the line, but we all made it. As we went through high school, we got to know each other a little better. The good and the bad. As each year passed, we became more and more excited that graduation was coming. Now that many of us are going our separate ways, we wish it was a little farther away. Now that the days at Chazy are coming to a close, I know with great confidence that we all have great futures ahead and go on to do great things. I leave each of you with a quote from Vince Lombardi. If you'll not settle for anything less than your best, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish in your lives.
Thanks for coming to the family reunion, everyone. I've never met Sid. I wonder where everyone else is. Maybe he'll show up later on. Anyway, what is Clarice up to these days? I heard she became a backup dancer for Britney Spears. What about Kayla?
I guess she opened up her own hair salon. What's Tyler doing?
He became the CEO of the Trick cereal, I heard. Any idea about Andrew?
I think he's still saving up for that new car.
And Chris opened up East Coast Customs car buying shop.
Oh yeah? Where did Chad end up over the last 10 years?
He was signed on to Montreal Canadians. What about John?
He decided to open up his own classic car company. What about Sam Woodbury?
I think she published her own book on biology. Does anyone know where John ended up?
Duke said he's living in a cave down in Mexico. What about Amanda Favreau?
I guess she finally found her perfect gangsta boy.
Yeah, I heard that. What about Mark Chenier?
The last I knew, he joined the cast as long as anyway.
I can see that. What about Matt?
He built the house down on the Vine Road. Hey, what about Mark Ravel?
I think he became a professional bowler. What is Monique doing?
She's a sensei at Momo Dojo. What is anyone heard from Morgan?
Yeah, she opened up a window shop. And Kendall?
She ended up marrying her boo. Had a kid.
And Amanda Keeble. Didn't she go on tour with Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah, I think so. And we know Caitlin married Tyson and now runs her own organic deli.
And Jen changed her mind and decided to teach driver's ed instead of elementary.
I heard Heather became Jerry's biker babe. What about Mary Ann?
I guess she finally came out of that sugar bush. What did Jeremy end up doing?
He joined the Hells Angels. What about Kelsey?
I heard she patented the first cold turkey quit smoking pad.
And Sean engineered the Rafflecopter.
Oh yeah, and Victoria, you picked up and joined the Keep Urban Groupie Bus. But what about Chelsea?
The last I heard, she was out hanging trees in Vermont. What about Stephanie?
I think she started her own Desperate Housewives.
And Mary Kate, you went on to build churches in third world countries?
Yeah, and Casey, you're working on your presidential campaign, right?
Yep, and I know Marie opened up a vegetarian restaurant specializing in chicken entrees.
I think Floyd became a multi-platinum rock drummer. Where's Justin?
I think he finally took over Mr. McCullough's job.
Volunteer Museum.
And I think Wesley's still playing Halo with former classmates. What about Lori?
I know, he started as a computer company.
Wow, everyone's done so much over the years.
I guess we'll see where they are 10 years from now next time. Together, a poem I wrote in the class of 2006. It is called A Journey. Our life and time together is but one path, yet our hearts will always be connected. The future holds endless possibilities, but our past holds each other. So no matter where the future takes us, we are all connected. Nothing can change these years. These memories form our friendship and love. We leave a legacy together, as a class of 2006. We are strong and determined, a sign of success for the world to admire. Though the road has been long and hard, we have finished one path to follow another. Hear us to us, and to those who follow near. Remember each other and the times you have shared. The most precious things in life are never too far.
At this time, I'd like to ask the junior class officers to join us on stage. To the president of the upcoming senior class, I present this gavel to show your authority.
Vice President, represent the Constitution. That you have full
To the secretary, we give the journal to record the important notes of your senior year.
To the treasurer, to leave the coffer, symbolic of prosperity.
Seniors, you are all starting a new chapter in your life. However, the chapters you have just completed, years here at Chazy, are the most important. Your time here has built the foundations that will guide you through next year's adventures. These foundations are comprised of your special friends, memories, good and bad, schoolwork, laughs, and tears that you have embraced the last 13 years. Each one of them being memories that you will cherish and remember for the rest of your lives. I'm sure you will never forget Mr. Mulligan's great singing that we hear on special occasions. We all know deep down inside that he missed his true calling. You will always remember your great victories on the sports team or in other competitions. You will not forget the special school's traditional events, like Winter Weekend, March Madness, prom, dances, kindergarten dance shows, plays, the list goes on and on. You will never forget those rough days, friends, and relationships, or those stressful nights due to procrastination. You will always remember your first, your favorites, and all those embarrassing moments that are hilarious to talk about now. As time goes on, you grow away from this town, making new friends, facing new challenges. Don't ever forget you have these memories in your mind to carry you through tough times. Chazy has been your home and always will be. And you will always have a small, quaint place filled with familiar faces to fall back on. As I look out at all of you today, it's hard to say goodbye to a great group of individuals who will be leaving to start new journeys in life. No matter where you go, how far you travel, you will forever remain close in our hearts. On behalf of the class of 2007, we would all like to wish each and every one of you best of luck now your future endeavors.
What are we going to do with them? Let's take it to the juniors. I think
spot on the Olympic volleyball team. For Bobby Billion.
And a modeling contract for Justin Guerin.
What's in here for Andy? How about Marie?
Evan Green, how about an American Idol edition?
And a name without exaggeration for Thomas Holtzclaw? Good one. And what about Chelsea House? Her on track team?
Yeah, Caitlin Halley, a half stick of gum.
Maybe some new study habits for Dr. Ezra.
Definitely. Maybe some high heel shoes for Dana would do?
And a megaphone for Amanda would do?
What about Tanya Langto? A day when Mr. Doolin doesn't call on her? And the Burger King franchise for Ashley Levine.
How about a pad for Carl Lewis and his schooling pictures?
I'm ready to give you
And Alex Nevada. An eternity of hugs.
With Sam Hagen, what for her? A bag factory using only natural fibers?
What about Sally O? A spot on Korea's Dancing with the Stars? Yeah, and Matt Osher. Clone of Dan. What about Helen again?
And some eggs for Ryan Powers to break on his calculator.
Yeah, and Japanese comic strip was supposed to.
What about Jeremy Reynolds? His own variety comic book?
Yeah, and Will Souza, a car of his own.
And maybe driving lessons for Jacob Spiegel.
I think Vernon was this one. How about some Stanstick?
And we'll leave Stetson for Casey Trombley.
We should leave Haley Trombley a trip to Chile National. Maybe a day with the Dalai Lama with Adam Vincent.
And an entire day of OPAS for Jake Swim.
What about the teachers though? Shouldn't we leave them something? Yeah, but there's nothing left in there for them. Let's think of something else.
How about a witness protection program for Albany kidnapping from Mr. McCullough?
And the real weekend was the
And maybe a real retirement from school for Mr. Flash.
And a day on the wild side for Miss Penfield.
Yeah, and maybe cable TV for Miss Burnell. What about Mrs. Brown? The ability to become a kangaroo?
And juniors who can beat our magazine sales for Mrs. Hall.
maybe a room in 20 classes sitting in this school.
And for Mrs. Randall, maybe a getaway to LA, France.
Yeah, and Miss Ellis, a Spanish talk show.
And a trip to Hawaii to collect Sandy rocks for Mrs. Baldwin. Maybe declassified information.
And the gold medal of the Olympics.
What about Mr. Devlin? How about a turkey sandwich plate of that one?
And the whole pickleball court for Mr. Margaret.
Do you think Cologne was armed for Mr. Langer?
Yeah, and a record deal for Mr. Christian. Tattoo band-aids for Mrs. Adams.
How about a new classroom setup for Mrs. G?
The solid color shirt for Mr. Hitchcock.
What about Mrs. Hostler? Patience of people.
And Miss Parsons, a robot of Rory.
What about Mr. Patton? Seniors without senioritis, according to him. Yeah, and his own convenient office for Mr. Perry.
What about Mrs. Vesco? A bottle of sunshine?
And Mrs. Ledoux, a scooter to get around all the halls on.
Yeah, and an office window to see Mrs. Davis there.
Mrs. McAfee could use a peaceful night of rest, I'm sure.
And the cafeteria staff, a school where no one cuts the line. And sandy Florida beaches for Mr. Allen.
And Mr. Morgan.
What about Mrs. Moore?
Hello. No, come on, let's go. Thank you, Mrs. Moore, for everything you've done for us.
Love you.
Yeah.
Families, we've learned our greatest lessons about life and how to become the people we are. Although our time left here can be counted in hours, what we take from here will stay in our hearts and minds forever. The school has become not somewhere we are forced to be, but somewhere that we can be ourselves and find happiness in the people we passed from day to day, and more so a place that we wanted. We've come to learn that school is a place where learning occurs, both in the classroom and farther beyond. From Shakespeare and Zeus to relationships, to preparing for bigger and better things, and so we think. We have all come to see that Chazy is more than a school or community, but our lives and our real home, no matter where the next years may lead us. As our final year has come to a close, we've waited for this moment for as long as we can remember. Now that we're here, we wish time could stand still, and we can stay together for just another year and never have to say our goodbyes. None of us feel we're truly ready for the next step, but no matter how badly we want it, inside ourselves, we've been waiting in preparation and can thank only our parents and our teachers for bringing us this far. We know we haven't had it all the time, but we wish we could take back those times we didn't do an assignment and the times we actually did forget. Although it hasn't been the easiest journey getting from start to finish, we could never have done it alone. And without our teachers, who have become more like parents and friends over the past 13 years. Being such a small class, we've all become friends. We wouldn't have it any other way. Even though we'll no longer have the same sense of family we've taken for granted, at college or work, we will never forget the dances, games, winter weekends we knew we should have won, proms, which we'll hold on to and cherish forever. We've come to learn that life will always offer its share of twists and turns, and the road to happiness and success will not come easily. And we have each other to make it better the whole way through. Coming to school as nervous and excited children, you can only leave united and changed the young adults who are on the stage, holding together, trying not to let go. But sometimes we need to ask ourselves why it takes a moment to say hello and forever to say goodbye, and we all see now why this is so. To leave each other for a week or summer is usually good, but when we use a break from the friends we see day after day. But this time is different, and we know not when we'll be together again after graduation. Unfortunately, this time has come before we feel we are truly prepared, maybe only emotional. We are unable to express to our friends who we've grown to love how much each person means to us and has changed us. As someone once said, I cannot say goodbye to those who I have grown to love, for the memories we have made will last a lifetime and never know goodbye. These memories we've made in goals achieved have far exceeded what we ever thought we would. We've truly had the time of our lives here with each other, all of you. Now we go out anxiously into a world we know so little of to make a difference and change the world, without letting go of those who come along on the journey. We'll never say goodbye, because it's not the one that hurts. It's knowing what you leave behind, that you hold in your heart, that yearns for the next time we'll be together again. Before we leave the stage to part our separate ways, I leave a few words for my classmates and friends. Each one of you has changed my life, and I know we all feel the same. Through the fights and troubles, the joys and happiness, we have always been there for each other. Each of you means so much to me, and I can only hope that these friendships we have will stand the test of time and even distance for some of us. Do not let go of anyone here. Each of us will go and make a difference, however big or small. But trust that each person you sit with on the stage will support you for the rest of your life. I can say it best through another man's words. It well may be that people come into our lives for a reason, but because I knew each of you, I have been changed for good.
till my love took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection on snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can it shine in my heart fight above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I Am I loud and clear? Or am I breaking up? Am I still your charm? Or am I just bad? I'm getting closer, just getting close. I'll show you mine if you show me yours first. Let's compare scars, I'll tell you who's it was. Let's unwrite these pages and replace them with our words. We live on front porches and swing life away. We get by just fine in our ways. If love is a labor, I'll cross these streets until you hold my hand. Been here so long, think that it's time to move. The winter's so cold, summer's over too soon. Let's pack our bags and settle down where palm trees grow. I've got some friends, some that I hardly know. We've had some times on our trip for the road. It seems that we will go. We live on front porches and swing life away. We get by just fine, yeah, on a minimum wage. If love is a labor, I'll stay till the end. I won't cross these streets until you hold my hand. Swing life away. Swing life away. Swing life away. Swing life away. Another turning point, fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task known as life. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you at the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in my mind, hanging on a shelf in good health. Take pictures of memories of dancing and trial. Through what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. If I can reach the stars, pull one down the blue, shining on the heart, so you can see true. And this love I have inside is everything it seems, but for now it's only in my dreams. I can change the world. I need somebody.
We attach this ribbon to our tree that has grown with us for the past 4 years. May the blue and white ribbon serve as a remembrance of the class of 2006, and may the tree grow.
That's okay. You can lean the shovel kind of by the tree. You don't have to jam it in the ground. That's good. Stand next to it.
Now our class will leave and move on to see what my future class is past this way. No.